Welcome back to the vlog. Today is the 23rd of November 2011. It is a Wednesday. I can't always remember the day of the week. So this video comes to you in 6 parts. Part 1, I just did. Part 2, I'm going to be going out of town for Thanksgiving starting later on this evening. And we're going to be gone until sometime Saturday evening. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to be doing videos. I'm still going to be doing videos. Probably they're going to be with my iPhone though. I'm going to bring my camera with me just in case. Maybe there'll be some cool things that I want to shoot with this camera, and maybe I'll do some editing. Depends. If I do them with my iPhone, of course I can't edit with my iPhone, so those ones will be taken in one shot like they have been. I was thinking maybe out of town. I like to come up with little inside things, so maybe like out of town could be called OOT, O-O-T. I'm going OOT. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe it's corny, but I don't know. I just wanted to try something a little bit different. Part 3, the X Factor recap. My wife and I watch every episode of the X Factor. We record it on the DVR and then we watch it later on because we want to see it together, and we both work different shifts and the kids, and once they're in bed then we watch our show. Last night they had the top 9 perform, and most of them were really good. There are a couple of them that I didn't really care as much for. I thought they were kind of forgettable. If I should use a Simon Cowell expression. I like the young girl, Miss Crow. She does very well every week. Last night I didn't think was as good as some of her other performances, but I still liked it. She was still good, and I would still want to vote for her, and my wife actually did vote for her. Josh Krajic is always one of my favorites, and he always does a really good job. Last night, I don't really care for the song Wild Horses myself. That doesn't mean it's not a good song. It's just not one of them that is my favorite. I still think he did really good with it. And he should be here next week as well as Miss Crow. Drew, she has a very unique voice, as if you watch the X Factor then you know that. Kind of reminds me of the lead singer of the Cranberries. Leroy, he does really well. He has a very interesting voice. I'm not sure what his demographic would be for records that he produces, or what kind of music he would actually produce. He's good, and I'd like to see him again next week. Chris Renee, I liked him from the very beginning. His original rap song that he wrote, Little Homie, I liked how he incorporated that into his performance last night. However, I haven't really connected with any of the other performances that he's really done. It hasn't really felt like him. I don't know if it's because he isn't writing his own music like Astro is. I don't know about Chris Renee's longevity, if these are the kind of things that he does. You know, he's really good. I really like the song that he created himself, but I'm not sure about what he's been doing on the show. Astro, I really like his originality, the work that he puts into it, the effort and everything. And I understand last week when he kind of broke down a little bit because he was feeling rejected, and you know, he's grown up in the Bronx, and he was taught that if someone rejects you, then you have to protect yourself emotionally and kind of lash out and kind of say forget those people. So I understand that, and I didn't really discount anything that he's done from that, because I understood that's what was happening. I still think he needs to realize, kind of like how last night he said that he kind of realizes what he did and why he did it. Hopefully he can take that experience and he can learn from it, and then when it happens again, he can handle it better, and he'll be a better person for that. Lakota Rain, I don't know about Lakota Rain. They all sing very well, but I can never remember any of their performances from the week before. I can't even really remember much about their performance last night. I remember some of the visuals of it, but I don't remember what song it was. I can't remember any one of their faces individually, and I don't know any of their names. I just know the name of the group. Maybe not my kind of music. I just can't really remember them. Sorry. So I'm not saying that any of them are really bad or anything like that, but I'm just saying I can't really go with all of them. I don't really like all of them enough that if I were up there that I would keep all of them. The two that I think should probably be in the bottom two that'd be going home. I know the one with the lowest votes is actually gonna go home, and then the next two with the lowest votes are gonna have to kind of perform for their lives. I think from everything I've seen over the entire show, Lakota Rain would probably be in the bottom, and then maybe Chris Renee. And I hate to say Chris Renee because I really like what he did, and he's come a long way with his addiction and recovering, and that's a great thing. And I really wouldn't want to see him kind of shut down and go back to anything that he was into previously, which I think he's had enough exposure now that people can see what kind of artist he would be, and maybe he would be able to get some kind of recording contract. And that's one of the big things that I like about these types of shows, is that the artists do get some exposure. Even though that's not exactly what it's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about winning, getting the contract, and going on. But just like Chris Daughtry, he didn't win American Idol, but yet he got exposure, he got offers, and now he's, huge. For those people who regularly watch my videos, I don't know how many there actually are. Some of my videos get 2 views, some get 8, 10, maybe 11, something like that. A video that I did a couple days ago about Obama and Biden getting booed at NASCAR. It's got like 189 views or something like that, which is one of the most viewed videos that I have, which I know is like nothing because there's some I can get there hundreds of thousands, millions, whatever. I don't have a great personality for connecting with people across video, I guess. Yeah, someday maybe I'll get that down. But for now, for those of you who do watch my videos regularly or fairly regularly, I know I've talked about vloggies because I'm a vlogger, and maybe it's corny or whatever, but I would like to have like a nickname, some way to address you other than just hey you, or vloggies is kind of awkward-ish to say. I don't know, I was in the military, so I think kind of military-minded sometimes, maybe a lot of times. I want to come up with like a name. The Vlogbrothers have Nerd Fighters. Wheezy Waiter has Beard Lovers. I would like to have something to kind of connect with you a little bit more. I don't want like a disconnect, something that just cuts us off right here in the middle between the camera lens and you. I was a paratrooper while I was in the military, so while I was in my my unit, we were broke down by, we had battalions, and then we had companies. Within the company we had detachments, and within the detachment we had teams, and our teams were 3-man teams. My 3-man team, my last name of course is Pariseau, and there was another guy whose last name was Rincon. And somehow, I guess because we were paratroopers and jumped out of planes and did all that cool stuff, they started calling me Parachute, and they started calling Rincon Ripcord. So we were Parachute and Ripcord. If you know anything about jumping out of planes, especially for the military, you have your main canopy, and then you have your backup, which is your reserve, which has the ripcord, and your reserve is there to back you up. That's what I would like to build with the people that watch my videos regularly. So I was thinking maybe call you my reserves or my reservists. I know maybe you don't like the military, maybe you have some political view that doesn't align with that, but for me it's something. It was a big part of my life for several years, and my wife and my oldest daughter, and my youngest daughter wasn't around yet, but it was a big part of our lives. So I'd like to connect something with that, because it means something to me that I actually went in and I served, and I went overseas and did different deployments and things. And so maybe calling you my reservists, calling up the reserves kind of thing. Is that too corny? I don't know. If you think that's too corny, then let me know. Maybe give some suggestions. What would you like to be called? I don't really have too much of a theme going on this channel. I just kind of talk about some of the things that matter to me. Tight-knit community. So, myNeedyNation.com is a website that I started where this is kind of sprung out of, because I want to have a tight-knit community of supporters, people that I support and support me and that support each other. Help us with things that we need. If we need to look for something, we need to find something, we need to know about something, but we can't find anything at all, or something that makes sense, or we just need somebody to explain it. Whatever kind of support we need or help that we need, a place to go and ask, and people will be willing to take their time and put effort and use their skills and abilities to help each other and to help us. So that's what I want. That's part 5. Part 6 is the outro and the quote. I really don't have much for an outro, but I do have a quote that I like to throw up, different quotes every time, so. Alright, so for now, I will say goodbye to you. Maybe I'll talk to you a little bit later today. I've said that a couple times, but it doesn't really happen. Got a lot of things to do today. Got to take the puppies to the kennel. Got to take some goodie pastries that my wife baked over to the in-laws. Got to get my kids ready. Things packed. We're going out of town for a few days. We're going to OOT. So I will talk to you all tomorrow.